Often in life, I find myself wandering aimlessly without any clear sense of direction. Like a leaf carried on the water, just drifting with the current, not knowing where I might wind up, but content with not knowing. Most of the time, I have no idea what I'm doing with my life. I haven't really accomplished much in terms of material achievement, and I don't have any big ambitions or goals. The thought of such an existence drives a lot of people crazy because we have this pervasive idea in our society that you have to have a clear and definite plan, you have to have a goal, and everyone's running around all over the place trying to stay busy. But people who plan their lives often discover one of two things. Either their plans don't work out the way they intended, which can be disappointing and frustrating, or they do work out, but it leaves them with a sense of feeling unsatisfied and unfulfilled, wondering if maybe they had been meant to do something else. Most people spend their entire lives chasing after some illusion, trying to conform to some standard or win someone else's approval, to achieve some lofty goal or acquire material riches. Ultimately, all that anyone wants is to be happy, which really means to be content. But it's discontent that drives us to chase after these things in the first place, which is why no one ever seems to find contentment. Even if you follow all the steps laid out before you, and you reach the destination that you've been striving for, when you finally arrive, you often realize that it really doesn't satisfy you. Instead, you wind up feeling lost. A lot of people reach a point where all of a sudden everything that they're doing, everything they've striven toward, and everything they've accomplished seems devoid of meaning. They begin to wonder, what is their purpose? No one asks that question when they're content with life. No one who is genuinely happy ever wonders, what is the purpose and meaning of life? People ask these questions as if it's a given that life has a meaning and a purpose. But does it? Or do we just presume that it does? And if it's just a presumption, then maybe there's no answer, which means you can drive yourself crazy trying to figure it out. But what if you just let go of the question? Let go of needing to have an answer. Let go of having to have some clear sense of direction. Maybe there is no purpose. Maybe that's just some idea we've invented. And maybe it really doesn't matter what we do. And if that's true, this opens life up to so many possibilities. You don't have to be restricted to one particular path, one set of rules, or someone else's pre-written plan. When the destination doesn't matter, you can simply enjoy the journey and just see where it winds up taking you. Whenever I've thought long and hard about my purpose and what it is I'm supposed to be doing with my life, trying to plot out some clear path, I only become frustrated. Suddenly I'm trying to force everything to fit into a narrow narrative, and I lose the joy of the pure creative process. Everything becomes a challenge and I find myself struggling. And even the thing that I may have initially been inspired to do suddenly becomes a chore. I begin compromising my creativity, trying to shape it in some way that others will find more appealing, something that I can market and sell. But when I let go of all of that, and I simply embrace the uncertainty, I feel a calm, a sense of peace, and from that, inspiration arises naturally and effortlessly. And if I simply allow that creative energy to flow in whatever direction it naturally wants to go, whatever I do feels meaningful and fulfilling. I feel lost when I think that there's somewhere else I'm supposed to be, something else I'm supposed to be doing. But what if that's just an illusion? What if there's no place to be but right here, right now? And all this disturbance in the mind is just the result of resisting this very moment and thinking that this isn't good enough, this isn't it. But what else is there? This moment is all there really is, and we spend our whole lives resisting it, always striving for the future, for something else, something different, something more, never satisfied, never content. And what happens when we let go of all that and just surrender to this moment, simply allowing it to be whatever it is? If there's nowhere to go but here, are we ever really lost? Or are we just lost in thought? I really don't know where I'm going in life, but maybe that doesn't matter. Maybe there is no destination. Maybe the whole thing is a continuous journey, and as long as we're focused on the goal, we keep missing it because maybe it's not ahead of us. Maybe it's been with us the entire time. Maybe the goal is to have no goal and to simply be present with the journey.